Hello and welcome to part 14 of our Dominion 6 playthrough as middle-aged Nidavangr. So in the previous episode we were just basically trying to get through the walls of Nabaa. We've managed to severely damage them, so I think it shouldn't be too much longer now. We're going to grab out a couple of our bear guys here, we'll get them to change their shape as well. And we're going to grab all of our bears that we've managed to make, and we're just going to put them on these guys like so. And we will use them to assist in our breaking through of the walls. We can see here that the bears actually have pretty decent strength, which means they actually all count fairly good for getting through walls, which would be very useful. And when it comes to actually assaulting the walls as well, these guys hit pretty hard. You can fit another human in the same space as them, and they do 2 attacks each with pretty decent damage. Not the best attack skill, but it should be pretty good. We'll get these guys to move over to Nabaa, and we'll have a little worry about their script later. I will also make sure that Adel is actually a bear, thank you very much, and then move over to Nabaa. Other than that, we've got a bunch more troops that we want to be sending round, which we will do. And we just want to consolidate as many troops as we can, just to make sure that we have our guys ready to attack as soon as those walls fall. Valden can't quite reach Nabaa this turn, which is a bit of a shame. We have a bunch more guys in terms of our Nidbathe, lots of Nidbathe actually, that we could be using to assist us as well. As it comes to John dying, I do think John dying is at the point we'll maybe get these guys to hold and fire archers rather than hold and attack closest. I think with the blessings that this guy does, we should have enough Nidbathe to actually take out all of these pale ones and hopefully cause an army rout on those wizards. We'll just have to see how we go. As for our scout, let's start sending them a little bit further along. We want to see what's in this throne site here, if we can. There is also this other throne site over here as well. We might actually pick up another scout just so we can see what's over there. And we'll continue our attack underground. Over here, we've got, again, that battle that happened in Pyrene. Asphodel's looking pretty alright. I kind of want to see what's a little bit further up. There's Pyrene's capital. Good to know. And we'll make sure we're searching here with our little crow boy. Grab a couple of these berserkers, fantastic, they can just be helpful in our attack in Nabaa. I don't see the Nabaan campaign lasting very much longer. We can start sending off some split forces just to take these last couple of provinces that they have, and we should be good to go. The Dominion is still holding on a little bit. We'll actually wait here with this scout here. And we've got a couple more of our Jarls over here. We'll get a couple more Bear Clan. And speaking of our Bear Clan, that should be us finish some homunculi, so we'll give these to our apprentice. You can see this apprentice now, he's got an owl quill and a homunculus. This is a 15 gem investment, but for that, this really cheap guy is now 23 research a turn. That is fantastic. So I think we're going to keep on doing that for a bunch of our dudes. Yeah, that sounds good. Worst comes to worst, if they get assassinated through, say, a random event, or somebody starts sending assassins against us, then they will have a homunculus as a retinue, which could be useful. Over here we haven't searched anywhere in Jelena, so we'll do that. How are we doing over here in the Resting Heights? We got a bunch of troops here, so we'll just grab them on our hub mother, and she can just help ferry them about. We do have to kind of think about what our next expansion territory is going to be. We might actually get her to just stay here in the Resting Heights. We'll pick up a bunch of these guys from Nidavangr. They can have some bears to come assist them, and we can start expanding out into the independence up here, which we've not been doing because we've been focusing on Nabaa. As for these guys here, yeah, we'll probably get one of you guys to head over to Nidavangr. We'll get another of you guys. Not really much you can pick up over here. Maybe head over to Nanaboa, where we'll get a couple more of our blenders and a couple more of our javelins. Do we want to spend another 40 gems on research items? You know what? We have the gems. We might as well. Let's just get our research going into the stratosphere. We finished alteration level 5. We've got alteration level 6 still to go. And then we're going to think about what we want to get to after that. I'm a little bit... I think enchantment probably is the best shout if we had to go. It means we suddenly got a horde of skeletons, so our crows can be a little bit more useful. With giant strength warriors, weapons of sharpness, we'll have to start handing out some earth gems to our guys just so they can get those done. Potentially as well, we start sending out people to start blood hunting, which isn't the worst shout as well. We do need a little bit. We'll make sure, are you twice born? You are not twice born, so we'll make sure that you are before we start heading you out. You are not either. So yeah, we'll just spend a little bit of gems, a little bit of research time. Twice spawning people. Orgomender, you'll get rid of that. You are twice born, so we'll actually send you out over into the Hexwoods and we'll start blood hunting there. We've got a laboratory there already. We're not really that bothered about the income. That's not the best income province. So just checking that Murder Bog isn't one of the ones that gives you disease. Not that it would matter because you're twice born, but still don't want people to die if you can help it. Actually, loading, we'll send you out as well. You're not long for this world anyway. Yeah, you've got 1 HP. You're probably just going to die, so we'll send Timologger out as well. And for loading, we'll just get you to research, you know. Your last moments can be spent surrounded by your lab. Get a couple of blood slaves out, that'd be very, very nice. On that note, what we might do as well is this final guy here, we'll maybe get him to just summon a pack of wolves. I don't think that's a bad shout, and we can always just send a cub mother to go and grab them. Yeah, we can send a cub mother to go and grab them. She can grab them, go to the Hexwood and just patrol there. And that should be good. We'll give out our another quill. Research taking a little bit of a hit, but it's just having these apprentices here very, very cheap. Very good researchers once you've got a little bit of magical items on them. Get more of our Nidbathe. We've got a very good garrison of Nidbathe over here in the centre. In our capital. And they'll be very useful going forward. As it stands, that is all of our commanders. That's pretty much all of our gold as well, to be quite honest with you. We'll maybe give a couple of defense over here. This is another nice province with a good population, so this will be a good source of income for us. You know, I'm constantly impressed by how good the underground is in terms of population. It does feel like another map layer. If you can expand down here, you can get a lot of gold. Especially if you're on a nation that can fight pretty well. And with that, I think that's us good to go. We're not going to be coming through the walls this turn. I hope it's going to be next turn. That'd be very, very nice. And then we'll sort out our final scripting before we siege Nabaa. And with that, I think we're good to go. So let's end the turn. Okay, so we've cast a bunch of Twiceborns. We've done some Dark Knowledges. Plague Water Stream. Very, very nice. Okay, we'll have a little look at that. Pack of Wolves. We found a magical site. The Sparkling Fields. Even better. There was a battle in Pyrene. Interesting. So this is Asphodel attacking Pyrene with a fairly large force. Pyrene has a couple of guys here. They're going to have, looks like maybe a couple of Sabbaths going off. But this is quite a scary force from Asphodel. It's quite a lot of numbers. They're coming in. These guys here, they're coming around the back. They've got their griffins though. Bunch of banishments coming out. They can hopefully use that to win the day. But it's not looking good. These lumber constructs here, pretty tanky. You're not going to be able to take them out easily, and the army of Pyrene has retreated with a lot of Asphodel's force still intact. Scary, scary. These guys are going to be an issue going forward. Yeah, that was nearly 400 troops for for Asphodel, sorry. And Pyrene had a fairly decent 200 troops. I hope that was not them attempting to get out, but anyway, we've got a more important thing. Battle in Ulm, where our smaller troop is going up against these pale ones. Get a bunch of blessings off. I'm pretty sure our Nidbathe will be absolutely fine to chop through these guys. Yep, it's going to completely kill those heavy infantry. I'm a little bit annoyed about these sticks and stones, actually. They seem to be doing a lot more damage than you'd maybe hope. But the independent army have routed. Fantastic. Get out of here. Get out of here, I said. The wizard hasn't quite yet. Ah, yeah, there he goes. Fantastic. Good job, boys. Did we lose anybody? We lost 2 Nidbathed and 1 Wolf Clan. But for that, we've managed to take a province with a Throne of Ascension. Fantastic. Nice bit of event herd in the Iron Caverns. Misfortune. We've got a Madman. Okay. Yeah, fine. The walls are critically damaged in Nabaa. We haven't quite managed to do it yet. And Lodding, the Crow Clan, has died, but he lives again as a white mage. So you can see this is what happens when they Twiceborn. They come back as these white mages. They do lose the ability to fly in their crow form. But these white mages are very good. They're now undead. A chill. They've got a very high map move. Keep their pass. I don't think he went up in death. But if he did, that's fantastic. Gerard, we're going to get you to grab all these guys here. We'll sort them out in a minute. And we'll get you to move up towards the up tier. And we'll try and take this throne before Asphodel does. What do we get here? The Brass Throne. So that produces 1 fire and 1 earth gem. And gives you 100 province income. Very, very nice. Not too bad. John Dying cannot claim this because he is not a level 3, but we could get him to become the prophet just to take it. I think that might actually be a good idea. John dying, the new prophet of the god. Let's start moving the scout down. We're going to get them towards this province over here with this other throne. So, looks like Pyrene is being besieged, so our ally might fall before too long, which would not be... I wouldn't be very chuffed about that, I'll put it that way. I say ally. Our person with a non-aggression pact will fall before too long. Does seem like Asphodel is going to be the next big bad that we have to watch out for. Plague Water Stream. Okay, so that spreads deadly diseases, but does give us a water gem per turn, which is quite nice. And we'll get Header over here. These guys will get them back onto researching for the moment. Here's our Madman. And we'll get Timalager and Orgrimmar to start blood hunting. Over here, Harald, we'll get you to start to site search. And when it comes to these guys here, we'll start giving them a couple of homunculi. We don't mind giving these guys something they can't remove. They're fairly worthless in terms of battle mages. They're more just here to shore up our research. Let's have a little look at our recruitment. We'll get a bunch of our Nidbathed over here, and over here we'll get some more of our Wolf Clan. And over here we'll get a couple more blenders. Fantastic, good stuff, guys. We probably actually want to send one of these wolves, we'll send Solve down underneath the ground, because we want to build some stuff in the nether mines. We've got 3 months until the palisades are finished. And that'll be a big, big help. We'll probably build another fortification over here. This seems like a pretty good area, just because it's got the Great Iron Mine as well for the additional resources, so we'll be able to recruit a lot of troops from here. On top of having a fairly decent population, so we'll get a bunch of province defense here as well. As for our Madman, you can just be there. Loading, what do we want you to do? At the moment, I actually just want you to make a Skull Staff, just to boost, well, you can boost yourself up to level 4 death, which is quite nice. These guys have twice spawned. Where do we want to send you guys? Probably actually over into the listen. Now, the Listening Wood doesn't have very much. The Oaklands is a potential, as is the Range of Light. We can use some of these laboratories that the Ba has put down for us to help us with our blood hunting. We'll get you guys to change your shape. We'll move you down to the Range of Light. You guys can just... no, we don't want you over there, actually. Because that is where the deadly diseases happen. And even though we've twice born you, we want to get some work out of you before that. Urissa will get you to move to Viltiri. Should be fine. And we've got a good amount of treasury as well. Yeah, so a bit more of a quiet term. We're not really doing much. We're still just trying to get through this Naban fortification. Our supply usage isn't anywhere near, thank God. We have all of these nature mages about. Still got more of our shamans coming out as well, fantastic. And yeah, I think with that we are good to go. Munin could move over with a couple more bears should we wish, but I think we just siege this down and that'll be us good to go. We haven't quite reached spring, but I think next turn the Naban god will be back, so that will be a little bit of a shame. But never mind. I think with that we're good to go, so we'll just end the turn here. Okay, so we got a bunch of dark knowledges. We found a witch's bog, fantastic, and then nothing there. It's a shame. Proclamation from Naba, proclamation from us. We didn't capture any blood slaves, that's a shame. Unexpected event happened in the Range of Light. Winter has come, seeing the plague. We found a lightless lantern. Ooh, very, very nice. We use that to help boost our stuff. A sneaking enemy was found. Okay, yeah, so we managed to find the false prophet and the heretics. Very, very nice. Oh no, Vladimir Gluten. Did you manage to escape? He did. Did he manage to retreat? Yep, so he managed to get back to the Bog of Beasts. Good job. Hroder was not so lucky. He's dead. And Hrunger was killed in Pyrene. And the entrance to the fortification has been breached. Fantastic. We can storm the fortress at any time now. Okay, good. So we'll have to have a little think about our scripting. I'll maybe do that in between episodes just to make sure that we're alright and then tell you what I've done, or I might do it on the next episode. We'll just have to see. But there's no battles that have happened this turn, so I think we're good to call this episode here. A little bit of a shorter one, but it's in preparation for our big fight with Naba. Anyway, just want to say thank you very much for everybody who's been watching so far. If you like what we do here, please consider becoming a member to get some additional benefits on the channel. And as always, if you'd like to be a part of this series as one of our commanders, leave a comment down below and we'll get you added in. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate everybody who does, and until next time, take care.